performers were kind of almost burying their heads in the sand. I thought it was a really beautiful piece that captured concerns of rising water levels and icebergs melting, just taking care of the environment. And I loved how it was done artistically. It was just really evocative right off the bat. Loved it.
The walking in the water, for some reason, I just felt so visceral, and I just thought it was so cool. I don't know. I really responded to that for some reason. And there's just so many great shots throughout. Obviously, the upside down shots I thought were really cool. And I really liked, breaking it into chapters. I think that's always just a cool way to keep the audience interested. And then another shot I loved that I just wanted to highlight was when she was like carrying the rock on her back, and you could see him digging in the background, her in the foreground. That was just such a beautiful shot. And I just thought that was so well done.
This was quite unique. The camera angles, the music, and the concepts of a sort of climate change activism with the poses, that's super striking, very interesting. I think it's totally powerful. They showcase different episodes or words for each scene, and just putting your head on the ground, maybe pretending to be some sort of tree. It is just super powerful. I really enjoyed it. It was quite a food for thought, actually.
What an interesting movie. I can say, hands down, I've never seen anything like this before. This was extremely creative and interesting and meaningful. The fact that we're going to these ancient landscapes and we have these performers becoming one with the terrain, and with each different landscape, there's a different story being told of of the life cycle of the earth. I mean, it's very profound. It's a very huge statement we're making here. And it was wonderfully photographed. I loved it. The sound was amazing. The music was amazing. The performers were just terrific. I mean, they just look so rugged and real, and they're just out there doing it. There's no faking that. What they're doing, those headstands and everything, man. It was so cool.
Because of its surrealist nature and how ambiguous it felt, it definitely felt, from my interpretation, like the message was essentially about the fact that we as humans have definitely damaged the planet. And the only thing that can repair it is time. I feel like that's symbolic of the fact that the humans themselves essentially became the trees, became the world itself, the agriculture, and I felt like that was very symbolic of the fact that we ourselves, in death, will eventually return to the earth, and so in time, we ourselves, the damage we caused, will, in a very metal sort of way, be paid in blood, our blood, because when we die, we return to the earth.
I think at one point it was everybody's heads literally buried in the sand, and then you kind of progress past that, and you have to move past that and pull up and look around and acknowledge and be an active part, which I think all of the dancers did. And I thought that was a really, really interesting choice. I thought it was really poignant. I loved how many locations they used. It wasn't just one place. They did move around, and that they made really, really interesting shapes with their bodies, which visually was really interesting to see.
Very intriguing use of the environment and the body's engagement with the natural world to tell a story. I loved the sweeping shots of the landscape, the capturing of the expansive skies and rough waters. And On the note of how the bodies used the space, I really appreciated that we almost let the environment do the talking more, and it privileged the voice of the environment through the body's engagement with it, but no vocal spoken human language. I thought there was really inventive framing, the upside down shots manipulating the viewer's gaze to look like the dancers were holding up these stones up into the sky, challenging nature, challenging the forces, trying to stop what is inevitable, something that they couldn't hold on to forever.